Coming to you live from the T-Mod Comedy Club is the one and only EAB comedian.
They say kids do and say the darnest things. I would have to agree. When I was a kid, I did some crazy things. I mean, I gambled when I was young. I made bets left and right. I was like 4 years old. I was like, yo, man, bet you $20 Lakers are going to win tonight. Play blackjack. I can beat you all here. Really the first thing I was, besides the gambling, when I was 4, my biggest thing was coloring. So, I had one day when I was, we'd be left at my grandma's all during the whole summer while my mom worked, and we always just did some crazy things. But so the first thing I remember doing, 4 years old, besides gambling, was I love drawing, so I found the makeup and used my brother as the paper to draw my creations. Probably a week later, I watched cartoons and learned that people get tied to chairs, so I had no rope, so I had to find something that I could use as a rope. Decided to use toilet paper. Speaking of toilet paper, I probably clogged 6 toilets before I was 7 years old. Last thing I did before my parents decided to make me supervised was I learned how to. I was getting my first haircut that I remember, so I decided that'd be cool if I could cut someone's hair. So I found some scissors and decided to once again use my brother as the guinea pig. Not too fun for him, but pretty fun for me. Sat him in a chair once again, tied his hands with the toilet paper so he couldn't do anything if all of a sudden he got scared, and cut his hair. He had holes everywhere. You know, it was pretty exciting for me. Then, so like I said, that was the last thing I did before my parents decided I needed to be supervised. So I started, hanging out more. We started staying at home or going to daycare things and school. So we were always monitored. And I had just around maybe 5-6 years old learned what ghosts were. So I was supernatural as a child. And so I'd always, I heard about people being possessed, so I'd be afraid of that, of me getting possessed. Then I heard that ghosts inhabited objects. So I love the movie Iron Giant, so I got the Iron Giant action figure. And we all know what kids do. The first thing they do when they get a toy, break it or lose it. I lost the piece that made him talk and stuff, and I also lost his back compartment where you held his cars that he ate. So I was done with it. I was like, okay, it's lost, broken. I'm just gonna keep it here, have a little design. So one night I'm laying there, just can't go to sleep. I'm not tired. All of a sudden I hear the thing go, hungry. I freak out, look, and just sitting there, hungry. I'm like, okay, that's creepy. So night after night, this thing would talk. Freaked me out. So one day I decided, get the screwdriver, unscrew it, and take out the batteries. So I thought I was finally free from the Iron Giant demon thing, whatever it was, possessed ghost. Iron Giant. So I thought I was safe for, because I moved a couple years later. I thought I was safe from this thing. I was like, I'm 9 years old. I'm almost 10. I'm a man now. So I thought I was safe. And I was laying in bed, made its hungry, scream noise. Did that like a week, and I was just done. I was like, remember what I said? I'm a man now. I'm getting rid of this thing. So I said, in the morning, Mr. Iron Giant, you going down. Went outside. I woke up the next morning, went outside on the balcony, grabbed a baseball bat that I had gotten when I was little, just started pounding the thing, throwing it against the wall, hitting it against things. Just, it was destroyed. Its arms were all scrunched and in place in ways it wasn't supposed to go. The dent on his head had grown twice as big. And I threw it in the closet. You're not annoying me anymore. And I thought I was safe. And then, so I get home from school. Like, I feel so accomplished. I've killed the possessed Iron Giant demon. I get home, it's sitting there right where it was. I'm like, no, this isn't right. That thing was destroyed. It was sitting there with its screwed up arms and legs, but looking like it had been beaten, but it was just sitting there, like it hadn't moved. I was like, I must destroy the demon. So I did the same thing against the wall and hitting it, and then I threw it in the closet again, and then just threw a bunch of other stuff on top of it, and that was the end of the Iron Giant. I eventually decided to go through my room and get rid of things, and I threw the Iron Giant away. Never was possessed by it again. So I decided to I moved again when I turned 14, a couple months after I turned 14, and I told my mom the story of the Iron Giant, and then she was like, oh, that's where the batteries and why he kept going in the closet? I was wondering why. I had been replacing and putting him back out on the shelves this whole time. You're joking, right? No, that's really how it happened. I've been scared of this thing for like 4 years. Even longer than that, and you haven't told me? Well, I didn't know. I thought it was just, you annoy me.